I'm now going to do my review of the film Watchmen. Now, let's be clear here. I'm not a big comic fan because I've always been more serious studying history and government documents and the way the world actually works. But art mimics life, life mimics, and of course mimics art itself, so that goes vice versa. I did go see the movie Saturday night because listeners kept telling me I had to see it. Then on Sunday, I bought the Watchmen novel itself and scanned through it, and it's very, very similar to the film itself. I've done some basic research on the creator of Watchmen, Alan Moore, who is a Mason and into all of this Illuminati type stuff.
Alan Moore is not a Mason. He's not into the Illuminati. This is yet another lie from Alex Jones.
Do a basic breakdown of this film. It is an Illuminati New World Order threat, all of humanity. It is the psychopaths' love to let the public know what they're planning and what they're doing. They believe that it gives them magic.
Let me get this straight. The writers, producers, director, etc. just made a film, knowingly or unknowingly, about these New World Order operatives who are these psychopaths who love to let the public know what they're planning and doing? Fucking nut.
Unlike the Northwoods plan, the FBI actually carried out the attack on the World Trade Center in 1993.
Come out of the building right now. Everybody evacuate the federal building.
April 19th, 1995, in downtown Oklahoma City. Multiple bombs ripped through the Alfred P. Murrah Federal Building. And as usual, federal fingerprints were all over this tragic event. Then President Bill Clinton, taking his orders from on high from the New World Order chieftains, needed a crisis to get his gun control agenda through, as well as his plans for a socialized America. Taking a page out of the Strong Men's Handbook, Bill Clinton knew that a crisis of this magnitude, endless images of mangled children, would pull on the heartstrings of the American people, and they would beg for the Anti-Terrorism Effective Death Penalty Act that he had failed to pass just a year before. The bill absolutely eviscerated massive sections of the Constitution and the Bill of Rights.
The following conversation took place on the date of the Virginia Tech massacre. 9/11 kook Matt Kazee, who resided in the area, called into the Alex Jones Show.
The first report was that there were two shooters. And
always the same. It's, oh my God. Two shooters total.
Report.
Oh my God.
Oh my God! Shut up. It was a preliminary report, you freak.
So then, basically, what it's shaped into so far is that there was a guy who shot 3 people at AJ dorm, which is just, it's about half a mile from here, and then fled across campus, went into a classroom, and killed everybody. And then killed himself is the word.
And I bet money if the cops would have scrambled immediately, they could have seen this guy running around with a gun. They should have just attacked him. I just cannot believe it. I mean, I'm sorry, folks. I've studied this stuff. When people tried this in the past, the cops just killed them. I mean, the cops didn't used to be like this. I just can't believe it.
What the hell? Go ahead and take your cheap shot at the cops, which you hate so much. Seriously, do you think the guy was running around campus with his guns exposed?
There was another bomb threat today, and they had to evacuate all these rescue vehicles because of another bomb threat. I mean, they pulled out the whole, there was every cop in 3 counties out here just the other day right on this very street.
Well, that shows, listen, this has got Black Op written all over it. That's right. I remember hearing about the last shooting. You got a shooting there in this little rural area, then another one, weird bomb threats. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
You've got to, somebody's got to get to the school surveillance camera tapes and data banks. I bet you're going to see a lot of suspicious people in there.
Never seen anything like this in this town, and I will say this, it's been a very strange week living where I'm living because, like I said just a couple of days ago, every cop in 3 counties, they were all in their SWAT gear and everything. Somebody's been calling in bomb threats all week, and I don't know, isn't that kind of strange?
Well, that could be the crazy person, or it could be somebody inside intelligence that didn't want this black op to go forward.
Yeah, that's it, Alex. It could have been somebody inside intelligence that didn't want the black op to go forward. Okay.
Bottom line, maybe up to 35 people.
35 now dead. Yeah, I just saw that during the break. They were saying over 30. This is absolutely disgusting. Look, immediately, it's time to rearm the pilots. It is time, because they were armed. They could be armed before 9/11, 2 months before they changed the law. Very suspicious.
Rearm? No pilot on record has ever been armed. Don't lie. Alex fails to tell you that in 40 years, not one single U.S. carrier took advantage of the course which allowed them to carry guns. So the program was considered moot.
Here, and we went out and started talking to people on the street to find out what was going on.
Well, this is also a victim disarmament zone, because under federal law, none of the citizens can have guns that live on campus, so it's a perfect place for a black op because nobody's got guns. Please continue.
Yes, and he killed 3 people, or at least shot 3 people, killed at least one of those 3, I think maybe all 3, a few blocks away from here.
I'm making a prediction, a guesstimation. I bet he's going to be an Iraq or Afghan vet.
Yeah, well, we'll see if that comes true. You never know.
Iraq or Afghan vet. Yeah, nice prediction there.
Because they're not going to be our cops.
Beside the ROTC, by the way.
Oh, it happened by the ROTC. Oh, no, it's...
We're literally half a block away from the ROTC buildings and all the ROTC dorms.
Yeah, it's the military. And
Uh-huh, yeah, it's the military. Right on, Alex.
And watch, he's going to be disappeared for the last few months, and then we'll dig out that he was at a special installation being given psychiatric care. Because, again, no, this happens over and over again. Oh, I'm sorry. Please continue.
Well, it looks like you got that wrong, too. In June of 2009, a white supremacist and 9/11 truther, James Von Brun, shot a security guard at a Holocaust museum in Washington, D.C.
It's great to have him on now. We set him up like a couple days ago before this horrible guy went in and shot this poor security guard, supposedly.
He actually did shoot that security guard, you nut.
Supposedly. It looks like a black op to me.
A black op? It's quite clear in the papers he had written and testimony from his ex-wife that Von Brun was a hateful racist. It was not a black op, you paranoid fool.
At this Holocaust Memorial Museum. Perfect timing when we're trying to audit the Fed for that to happen.
Are you implying the security guard was killed because you kooks want the Fed audited? Okay, whatever.
I want to bring Jason Burmis up now. I want to cover this first and then get into how you knew Jennings and what he said to you in private and what's in Fabled Enemies. Thank God we have this to discredit and expose the BBC so this dead man can tell tales. But first off, I'm worried about Dylan, and I won't talk bad about my friends until they're in danger. And I give people advice, and they seem to think I just fell off a turnip truck or something. But the bottom line is Dylan Avery had more discussions with Jennings about, I remember Dylan telling me, threats against his pension, threats against his job, and more, that he was worried about his family, and that he said more, but Dylan wouldn't say because it was off the record. Well, he's dead now. And Dylan's all freaked out. Hey, Dylan, let me tell you how this works. If they think you know something, you're not safe till you let that out. Look at the hundreds killed that knew stuff about the Kennedy assassination, and then their family members they told stuff got killed. This isn't a joke. So, Dylan, you better... Now, listen, Dylan Avery. They know you talked to Jennings. Now, you better go on this show or another show. You better write it up on your blog or do a video blog right now. I know you've never taken any of my advice.